Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hello, foodie booties. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and today we're gonna talk about Chantal. I don't know why I feel the need to do this. I've been doing a relatively good job of staying away from any and all content related to Chantal. I've not been watching her for the most part. I haven't been watching reaction channels that react to her. And anytime even that people try to bring her up in my Twitch streams, I'm like, besties, I don't care. I don't care. And, you know, I probably would have continued on with that. I know lots of stuff has happened. Also, nothing has happened. I know people are like, oh, she's getting kind of boring. I know that some people feel like she's like trying to create new fake drama. I know some of what's happening, but for all intents and purposes, I just really don't want to do anything with her. The last video that I can tell that I made about her was on April 21st. So we're talking like over a month now. We have passed a month, and I guess I'm ruining that streak today because she inserted herself into some stuff on my Twitter where I was even talking about her, which is fine. That's how Twitter works. Anybody can come engage with any of your tweets. But she has inserted herself back into my life, and I know she really wants some attention, and I know in particular today she's feeling some type of way because if you go to her Twitter, it's just her raging at people. And she also, I know, has been getting a lot of heat about stuff related to, I don't know, whatever her Not Her Doodle Doo got going on. So, you know what? You want the attention? Bestie, sweetie, Chantal, you can have it. I'm happy to give you some and make a video and content out of it. Sure. Why not? Let's do it. So to give you the background on the old Twitter and what what happened, in case you're not over on that platform, let me just give you the backstory of what was happening on my Twitter. Sometimes I only use Twitter to like let people know when I post a new video. Sometimes I do provide my commentary on Chantal or Amber Lynn or like stuff on the internet in general. I haven't been doing that as much lately on Twitter, but I do it sometimes. And other times I use it to tweet silly, stupid shit like, feeling a little gay today. Anybody else? Because I like to do that because I'm gay, I'm queer. I just like to remind everybody in case looking at this, hearing my voice, seeing the dicks fall out of my mouth, in case all of that is not enough for you, hi, hello, I'm gay and I like to tweet about it. And if you follow me on Twitter, that's like pretty par for the course of like some shit I tweet, okay? Let's just be honest about it. I think you all have seen tweets like that from me in the past. So then, the next day, not even when I had tweeted it, she being Chantal, Marie, Chantal Show, Foodie Booty, Flobby Bobby, whoever, whatever, she makes her way to my Twitter and responds to that tweet with me, which I vaguely recall that some people said that she posted on her community tab that she thinks she might be gay or something. If I can find it, I'll pop that up to a little screenshot somewhere. But I think maybe allegedly she's been hypothesizing that she might be gay. And my response to her at that time was just, ma'am, this isn't Burger King. We don't have any dashies for you. The LGBT community does not have any secret supply of nashies to hand out to you. Go directly to the Burger King and get your dashies there. We don't have anything to offer you. And I'm mostly just joking around. Okay, whatever. Well, then I have to tell y'all, I'm just trying to mind my own goddamn gay business. I am out and about with some friends yesterday. My notifications are just filled on Twitter with like people saying rude things about Chantal, which, you know, are not things I would normally say, but I guess maybe par for the course with Twitter and Chantal. And people posting pictures of her and like, not flattering ones, okay, besties? Not flattering at all. And so then I just follow up her tweet with an additional tweet of my own. And I said, Chantal really turned my mentions into a nightmare by replying to my tweet. Can we not do this so close to Pride Month, please? Because it does feel a little homophobic that I have to deal with Chantal when we are days away from Pride Month, okay? A little homophobic. So then this morning, I woke up with a little eensy-teensy, bitty-witty hangover. And as one does, I'm moving very slowly, scrolling through the social media, and I get a little notification from Miss Chantal Marie herself, where she replied to that last tweet where I just said, like, wow, my mentions are a nightmare. And she said, would you like a tiny violin, ? Anyway, who are you to tell someone they can't be confused about their sexuality just because you are gay? The fuck? ? Which, I mean, I've literally showed you all the tweets thus far. I never told anybody that they couldn't be confused about their sexuality, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second, but like, I'll take things I never said for $500, Alex. So I just followed up one more time and I said, I never even commented on whether or not you were or weren't gay. I just don't want my notifications to be flooded with pictures of you. I'm just trying to mind my gay business over here. Eat Dee out as much as you'd like. I don't give a fuck, bestie. The more, the merrier. Alright? So I was gonna just leave it there. I was just gonna leave it on the Twitter. And I've seen a lot, because these tweets are all blowing up right now. Well, blowing up, I mean, context in comparison to some of the other shit I tweet. These are getting much more interaction and engagement because of Chantal. And because of that, there's been a lot of discourse, a lot of dialogue about being gay and whether or not Chantal is gay and things like that. And I, once upon a time, this has been a couple years now, made a video that was like somewhat unpopular. It's still up there, you can go see it, about Trisha Paytas and how Trisha, I think still to this day, does identify as like maybe non-binary, but I think at the time Trisha was saying that they were a trans man, which is also not the same as non-binary, but none of it really is the point. None of that is the point. The point is at the time I said, listen, Trisha is going to identify however Trisha wants. Trisha is known to troll when it comes to like marginalized identities. And I think basically my takeaway from what I wanted to talk about with that video is that like it does more harm to other LGBTQ people if we suggest that she's faking it or question her on things like that. And what we should really spend our time focusing on is like actually supporting other LGBTQ people. So I was like, if Trisha says this, then we should just believe them and move on and like not give them the attention that they want because of it, right? Because a lot of people, like, I think get frustrated, and rightfully so, because there's people like Trisha, or maybe in this case Chantal, who will exploit their confusion over their sexuality, their confusion over their gender identity, and then not actually have to live that way and experience a lot of the things that people in the queer community have to face negatively. Like, they can just turn that off whenever they turn their camera off, right? So I 100% get that. What I guess I want to say about this Chantal stuff is, well, one, she really did, she has, according to her, eaten Dee out. Like, I don't know how else to say that. I guess when it comes to her sexuality, you can take into account that she did have those relationships with Dee, but also after she had that relation with Dee, then she shouted in Cuba about how she wasn't gay.
I fucking hate pussy. I'm not fucking gay. I'm not fucking gay.
And that's the part, honestly, that I think resonates with a lot of people as she's doing this, because for me, what I took from her shouting that is that she was frustrated that anybody would ever think that she might be gay, that she might enjoy being gay, because I think she realizes, like, how just saying that you're gay isn't a walk in the park. Like actually living your life as a queer person is not super easy and just like rainbows and sunshines all the time. Now, with that being said, even though she said that she wasn't gay in that clip, right? That doesn't mean that she couldn't have been saying that out of, like, fear of coming out. It doesn't mean that she couldn't have changed her perspective or, like, come to terms with it since then. I don't know that it does the LGBT community good when we start gatekeeping who can and can't come out as gay. I think the thing that she has to realize is that everything she says, because of her history, behavior, etc. on YouTube will be scrutinized. And I think it's gonna take her, like, going on OnlyFans and eating some more DD for people to, like, really truly believe that she is, because she's just such a nightmare of a human being. And honestly, if she is gay, great. Welcome. Welcome. It takes all kinds, even shitty people. Like, the LGBT community has a whole bunch of shitty people in it, just like all the other communities of people out there that exist. I mean, fucking Caitlyn Jenner's a part of the LGBT community, and we don't really claim her. But that doesn't mean that her identity isn't valid, right? You know, Chantal can be gay, Chantal can eat vagina, Chantal can do whoever, whatever she wants, but at the end of the day, she's still gonna be a fucking bald bigot. She's still gonna be a bigot and a horrible person, a horrible human being, and that shit's not gonna change, right? But I just think sometimes when we sit here and question the validity of even a known liar and bad person, that other people, like, we run the risk of, like, normalizing that, you know what I'm saying? And having worked with, like, LGBT college students and things like that who are in their formative years of, like, coming out and trying to figure out who they are and how they identify, and also just thinking about my own experiences, seeing people out here questioning somebody's identity and things just because we don't like her is, like, not helpful to the LGBT community as a whole. So, like, let her say what she wants and ignore it and then move on. Because even if she is gay, she's still gonna be a shitty human. Like, not all gay people are great. A lot of us are. I mean, it truly is an honor to be gay. But like, for me, it doesn't change much about who she is as a human overall, you know? Anyways, like I said, today I've been hungover. I'm surprised I even managed to tweet a clap back at her today. Because I was just, like, really not feeling it at the time. I was gonna film this whole other silly parody video. I might still do it. Well, I'm probably still gonna do the idea. Who knows if I'll actually still do it today. But yeah. Yeah, here we are. I got this out. I hope that I'm gonna have to watch this back and see if it makes any kind of sense when I edit. But that's all I have for today. Just a real quick one. A real quick, simple one to let you know that Chantal is still a nasty, vile human being and I don't like her, and I probably won't make another video about her for like a month. Alright? Okay. Anyways, if this is your first time on my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I would like to say I had so much fun today, but it wasn't really like a fun topic. But anyways, I'll see you all next time. Bye!